So now we're gonna talk about the risk management portion, no? So ngayon, bago tayo mag-move sa risk management, let us first discuss kung ano nga ba yung risk, no? So sabi rito, the risk is the possibility of losing money on an investment or trade due to market fluctuations, no? So every time na nagte-trade tayo, we have to understand the fact na there's gonna be a possibility na mawawalan tayo ng pera, right? Or na matatalo tayo ng pera. Kasi risk is the cost of doing this business, no? So this risk is equivalent to operational expense on the business side. So ngayon, if you are scared to lose money or lose your money, then do not expect na in the long run you'll gain a potential profit, no? So it arises from price volatility, unexpected news, economic events, or trading decisions. Kasi nga, marami tayong types ng risk. Pwedeng sa price volatility, no? Let's say you are trying to long or buy at this area, pero bumagsak siya, right? So ito yung entry price mo, dito ka nag-enter, and then andito na yung current price. So what happens is that etong portion na to, you have this risk, no? So ayan na yung losses mo. So next is we have the risk can be measured and managed using tools like stop loss orders, position sizing, and etc. No? Kasi yung stop loss orders na yan, sila yung nagiging tool natin para yung risk natin is ma-manage. Kumbaga, sila yung insurance natin, right? Let's say andito yung entry price mo on this area, no? And then what happened was that bumagsak yung price ng napakalaki. But meron kang stop loss dito, no? So andito yung current price, andito yung stop loss mo sa gitna. So ito yung mga losses na prevent mo or na avoid mo, no? Kasi nga meron kang stop loss. So automatically, nasiset siya automatically na magko-close yung position kapag ka na-hit itong price na to. So if ever na bumagsak pa siya ng mas malalim, itong losses na to is safe ka na from this. So simply put, the risk is the chance that the trade won't go as planned, 'di ba? Kasi nga again, in trading, we are basing on a probability, right? The probability based trading. So ngayon, there will be times na matatalo tayo, right? Kasi hindi naman palaging panalo eh. So you have to understand that there would be times or there will be times na you will lose money, no? So since there's always a possibility of losing money, it's up to you kung i-manage mo ba yung risk na yon or yung possibility na yon, or you'll keep on trying to beat the market, no? So with great risk comes great potential profit. Basically, what we are saying is that high risk is equal to high return, 'di ba? Kasi kapag mataas yung risk exposure mo sa market or sa trade, syempre mas mataas din yung potential return. But the question is it really sustainable? No? Kasi we are basing on a probability, no? And there will always be times na matatalo tayo. And we don't know kung kailan. Kasi nga the market is uncertain. So if you are trying to go from zero to hero, then ask yourself, is it really sustainable? Kasi we are here in the trading industry for a long term. 'Di ba? You are here for the long run. So if we are here for the long run, is it really sustainable for us to risk a high percentage or a high portion of our capital? 'Di ba? Let's say you have a $1,000 capital. And then you are trying to risk $500 per trade. Ngayon, dalawang trades lang, ubos na itong $1,000 mo, right? So ask yourself, is it really sustainable? Kasi if hindi, then how would you trade if wala na yung $1,000 capital mo, 'di ba? Kasi nga, we don't know when we're gonna lose. So even if let's say chumamba tayo ng panalo, in the long run, sa tingin nyo, ganun pa rin ba? Makakachamba pa rin ba tayo? Magiging lucky pa rin ba tayo? That's why we are we are trying to manage our risk, and we are trying to set a realistic expectations. Kasi nga, we want this trading activity to be sustainable. And in order for us to make it sustainable, kailangan natin ng proper risk management as well as proper position sizing. That way, mas makakapag-trade tayo ng mas marami and mas makakapag-trade tayo ng mas matagal. That would help us in finding our edge. No? So now we'll talk about the risk and uncertainty. Kasi risk and uncertainty is magkadikit. Diba? So sabi rito, risk is a measurable probability. So since meron tayong stop loss or predefined, meaning alam na natin kung saan may invalidate yung trade idea natin, it's a measurable probability, no? Na kapag na-hit itong certain price na to, 'di ba? Kapag na-hit itong certain price na to, invalidate na yung idea natin, no? And the uncertainty is unknown outcomes. So, trading involves both simultaneously. So, since the market is uncertain, right? Meaning we don't know what will happen or what's gonna happen in the market, and there will always be risk involved in every trade, diba? So both of this, the market is uncertain and that there will always be a risk involved on every trade, then doon na papasok yung risk management natin, diba? Kasi nga, hindi natin alam kung anong mangyayari sa market eh, diba? Pwedeng ang mangyayari pala is isang malakas na dump or isang biglaang dump ng price. So, kung naka-long tayo, tapos wala tayong stop loss, tapos malaki yung naka-risk natin na capital sa trade, then the possibility that we're gonna burn or we're gonna lose $1,000 is a possibility, no? So, as much as possible, we want to avoid those things, no? So, if you will try to beat the market, then masasabi ko lang is don't. Kasi nga, we cannot beat the market, but we can ride through it, no? So, if you wanna stay here in the long run, no? If you wanna trade for a long time, and if you wanna earn money in this market, then you have to set some rules or you have to set some plan. You have to make a plan where the market will tell you na invalidated na yung trade idea mo, no? Kasi nga, we don't know what the market will do. We don't know how the price will react to a certain level. Kaya nga, meron tayong risk management, no? And we also have the 90-90-90 rule sa trading, no? So sabi rito, 90% of traders lose 90% of their capital within the first 90 days of their trading activity. So imagine that, no? 90% ng traders. So imagine that there's 1 billion traders in the world, no? So it's just an imagination, no? So imagine that, and then yung 90% dyan, which is 900 million, is losing 90% of their capital within 90 days, no? So 3 months, 90% ng capital nila. So if you have a $1,000 capital, 900 dyan is ubos na within 90 days. So that's one of the things na nangyayari on trading industry. And simply because they do not follow a proper risk management, or they aren't disciplined enough to follow their plan, no? So if you wanna separate yourself in this 90% of traders, then you have to understand that protecting your capital is one of your objectives as a newbie, no? Kasi if you won't be able to protect your capital, if you won't be able to make it sustainable enough for you to trade for a long run, no, it's not gonna be good for you, no? Or it's gonna be hard for you to become profitable. And ayun nga, this reflects poor risk management, lack of discipline, and unrealistic expectations, diba? Kasi let's talk about this unrealistic expectations. Sa Facebook or sa TikTok, Instagram, usually nakikita natin, diba? Traders earning thousands of dollars in minutes, no? So they are trying to show you those things. Pero Ang tanong, sustainable ba siya? Right? Kasi if sustainable siya, okay lang naman. But kasi those things creates unrealistic expectations. Na kapag pagpasok natin sa trading, magaling agad tayo. Right? Nakikita agad tayo ng thousands of dollars. Which is unrealistic. Diba? Kasi trading doesn't work like that. No? I mean, pwede kang mag-earn ng $1,000 in just a few minutes, but it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of effort, it takes a lot of skill for you to be able to profit out of the market or to take money out of the market. Diba? So, first, you have to set a realistic expectations. Diba? Kasi nga, kung kapapasok mo pa lang dito or you are still learning on how to trade, and since you are learning how to trade, you have to set a realistic expectation na in your first year or even second year, third year, you won't be able to earn money or you won't be able to profit out of the market. So, ngayon, anong gagawin mo? Diba? So, if you already have a realistic expectations, then the next thing that you have to do is to plan or to set your rules, diba? Kasi nga, how do you protect your capital? How do you manage your risk? How do you create an environment where it would be easier for you to be disciplined? And it would be harder for you to make things na would make you unprofitable, diba? So you have to set a realistic expectations. Kasi unrealistic expectations would turn you into unprofitable, diba? Kasi nga, let's say, you have $1,000 capital, diba? Tapos gusto mong kumita agad ng $2,000 capital. I mean, gusto mo agad kumita or mag-profit ng $2,000. So if you have a $1,000 capital and then gusto mo magkaroon ng $2,000 or mag-earn ng $2,000, then you have to risk a lot from this $1,000, no? Which is hindi na sustainable. Kasi nga, if we are basing on uncertainty sa market, we don't know what will happen. And if we don't know what will happen, then there's a possibility na pwedeng itong $1,000 na to is masunog lang sa isang trade, no? And yung kakulitan natin na yun or yung unrealistic expectations natin na kikita agad tayo ng $2,000 sa isang trade is what makes or what will make us unprofitable. And most likely, maging cycle lang siya, no? So, paikot-ikot. So, if you are here or if you are watching this video, then first, I want you to understand that you have to set a realistic expectation, no? Kasi this is also for you, no? So, next, we have the types of risk. Sa types of risk, we have the strategy-based risk, the behavioral risk, and then the uncontrollable risk. So, si strategy-based risk, basically, nakapokus siya sa limitations ng strategy mo. And then the market condition where it fails. Kasi nga, di ba? The market is uncertain. And if the market is uncertain, we are basing only on probability. And if we are only basing on probability, then merong portion na matatalo tayo. Let's say sa 100 trades, meron lang tayong 75 trades na mapapanalo. And yung 25 doon is matatalo. And since we have a 75% na winning rate, yung 25% which is yung natatalo is the limitations ng strategy natin. And it is also where the market conditions where it fails. And you have to understand the fact that there would be limitations on your strategy. Kasi nga, there is no such thing as a holy grail strategy, no? There's no such thing as a 100% strategy or 100% winning rate. So, there will always be times na magfe-fail yung strategy mo, and it's not simply because your strategy is not working, no? You cannot base your strategy or you cannot conclude na yung strategy mo is hindi nag-work simply because of one trade. So you have to understand that trading is a sample size game and a probability game. So you have to take out many trades in order for your edge or your strategy to profit sa market, no? So next is the behavioral risk. Dito naman sa behavioral risk, we have the emotional decisions and inconsistent execution. So there would be times na yung mga trade natin is magiging emotional, no? Or we are jumping off on trades based on our emotional decisions, probably simply because we want to trade, or we want to revenge trade. And since we have to revenge trade, or we have the urge na balikan yung, or kuhain ulit yung nawalang losses sa atin or nawalang pera sa atin, nagiging emotional yung decisions natin, no? Since we cannot control those emotional decisions, it turns into inconsistent execution. So, ang nangyayari, pwedeng today is maganda yung pagtitrade mo, kumbaga you are profit yung account mo, and then sumusunod ka sa plano mo. But next day, pwedeng ang mangyari is you are trading based on emotional decisions kasi nga natalo ka ng isang beses, and you don't, or you cannot accept that you lost sa market, diba? And since you cannot accept that fact, you are trying to get back at the market. And since you are trying to get back at the market, you are trading based on emotional decisions, no? So nagiging cycle na lang siya. So you have to understand that it's a risk that you have to manage. And the next is the uncontrollable risk. Uncontrollable risk, we have the news events and the market uncertainty. So, if mapapansin nyo, itong dalawang to is magkasama. Simply because these risks are internal. Internal siya. And then, itong uncontrollable risk is external. Kasi, itong strategy-based and behavioral risk, since internal siya, pwede natin siyang makontrol. Or itong risk na to is pwede natin siyang makontrol. Right? Yung strategy-based risk, paano natin siya makakontrol? Right? We can set rules, we can set stop loss or invalidations ng trade ideas. We can do back testing, forward testing, or journal. And then, sa behavioral risk, pwede naman natin siyang, or pwede rin tayo mag-set ng controls, right? Pwede rin tayo mag-set ng rules. Let's say 1 to 2 trades per day, right? And then, kapag ka walang setup, syempre, you won't take a trade kung wala kang makitang setup. And then, if in case na matalo ka, pwede rin ang gawin nyo is i-log out yung account nyo, right? So that's one of the things that we can control, or one of the ways kung paano natin kokontrolin yung internal risk, the strategy-based and behavioral risk. Kasi nga, makakontrol pa natin to eh, right? Unlike dito sa uncontrollable risk, which is external, yung mga news events or market uncertainty, di ba? Especially right now, what's happening right now is that the market is very choppy, right? As of this video. So, nagkakaroon na tayo ng pump and dump. So, medyo magulo yung market. So, those risks are, or those circumstances, those situations are uncontrollable. Kasi nga, we cannot control what the price will do. Diba? We cannot control kung kailan maglalabas ng news regarding sa war. Right? So, ngayon, since those things are uncontrollable, we'll focus dito sa internal risk. No? Which is what we can control. And we have to let go of this external risk or the external factors na hindi naman natin kayang kontrolin. Diba? So, that's it for this video. See you guys sa next.